Juventus are eyeing up a partner for Cristiano Ronaldo. Paul Scholes is firing more shots at Manchester United. Liverpool's injury list over the international break gains another name, and it's time up for Jogi Löw as manager of Germany. That and more coming up in the next few minutes, as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, Juventus have found the ideal partner for Cristiano Ronaldo in their attacking lineup, and he comes as a former teammate of CR7. James Rodriguez hasn't started too well for Bayern Munich this season, neither has the rest of their team, but he's been complaining about a lack of minutes and basically urged someone to come and get him. It's clear that after his 2-year loan ends at Bayern Munich, he won't exactly be welcomed back at Real Madrid with open arms, where he failed to impress, so Juventus are apparently willing to pay around 70 million euros for the Colombian services. It's hoped that Jorge Mendes, as agent of James Rodriguez and Cristiano Ronaldo, will be able to pair the two up front at Juventus in a new-look attack, which may see time limited for the likes of Paulo Dybala. This means that if the likes of Mbappe or Neymar or even Harry Kane don't end up joining Real Madrid, well, Dybala may be moving in the opposite direction. This remains to be seen, as the James deal isn't really close and will probably be done in the summer once his loan deal ends. But moving on to yet again more trouble at Manchester United, and again Paul Scholes, who is firing shots at his former club. About a month ago, he went on a rant to the media saying that Mourinho shouldn't be manager anymore, and now he's taking aim at some of the players. First off, he said that Alexis Sanchez is pretty greedy. He's not worth the money that he's on, which is around £500,000 a week, and to be honest, he was only signed so that Manchester City wouldn't get him. This seems like a pretty spot-on analysis of the player who's only managed to score 4 league goals since signing in January. What a waste of money. Next up, he took aim at Romelu Lukaku, and despite praising his speed and finishing, said that he's a pretty lazy striker and doesn't exactly do the kind of work that Harry Kane does outside of the box. And lastly, he came to Paul Pogba, the enigma that is Paul Pogba. He said he could produce a fantastic bit of skill, an eye-catching pass, that moment of magic, but then a few minutes later he'll do something ridiculous and act really cocky. I guess that's where teams can get under your skin and really play on this cockiness and arrogance that we never really saw from Scholes or any other player at Manchester United, certainly not a legendary one in the Sir Alex Ferguson era. But moving across from Manchester United to their main rivals Liverpool, who have massive injury worries ahead of their return to league action against Huddersfield at the weekend. First off, Mohamed Salah pulled out of Egypt's squad with a muscle strain. Then Sadio Mane injured his hand in training for Senegal. Next up is Virgil van Dijk, who never really recovered from his rib injury against Southampton and missed the Netherlands game against Belgium. And lastly, Naby Keita injured himself in Guinea's 1-1 draw with Rwanda. This means that all players are returning to Liverpool injured after the international break. After what's been made of players being tired, the season starting too early and all sorts of other bits, this really isn't the news that Jurgen Klopp or Liverpool fans wanted to hear. And lastly, has time finally run out for Jogi Löw as manager of Germany? Last night, yet again, they lost in a 2-1 defeat to France, which has seen Germany's worst run in competitions all across the board for 18 years. Now, I will hand it to Jogi Löw. He did get rid of some of the old players from the 2014 World Cup winning side and the disastrous 2018 World Cup team, but he still clings on to a few of the old names which just won't help him. For example, Manuel Neuer still starting in goal, Mats Hummels was still in the defence, and even though Toni Kroos is a pretty important player, he's still playing a massive role and potentially keeping another youngster out of the squad. He did get some things right with the front three of Gnabry, Werner and Sane, who looked young and aggressive, although the final ball wasn't quite there. Why is Sane not the same player he is for Germany that he is for Manchester City? That's another one of these boggling questions. For once, England can hold their heads up high and say that Gareth Southgate has managed to get rid of all of the old guard and bring in some new, fresh faces, maybe, just maybe, getting some envious glances from Germany. But what do you guys think? Let me know why Leroy Sane can't take his club form onto the international stage. Whilst you're down there, smash the like button and let me know what you thought of the rest of today's daily news. And you can also click here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball at the moment. That's all from me, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.